I'm on here. We straight. All right, bet that. This is what I'm watching. If y'all want to know. So look, boom. I just came across this video. Shout out to Yum Stacy. I watched like 10 minutes of it, and then I realized that I'm not supposed to be doing that. I gotta record everything I'm watching, so I was like, all right, boom. So I'm just about to just finish watching this run up on here. You know what I mean? This joint kind of fire too, though. But yeah, got Ice Cube on the cover. Keep jamming. All right, boom. Enough of that.
Ourselves in a time with economic uncertainty, inflation, interest rates rising.
E.T. and that's where I met Ice Cube.
And
Opera GX is the best browser in the entire world. I've said that a million times now. I made the switch from Chrome to Opera a few years ago and I've never looked back.
Oh man, so the GOAT Ice Cube, he is speaking on a Katt Williams interview and controversy with Ricky Smiley over the Money Mike role in Friday After Next. Now, Ricky Smiley addressed everything. I'll let y'all see that towards the end of the video. But first, listen to Ice Cube speak on the situation right here.
What's cracking? It's your homie Ice Cube. Just wanted to address a few things. You know, everybody been checking out the internet. My man Katt Williams. You know, first of all, I just want to say, you know, we shot that movie over 20 years ago. So, you know, people have different perspectives and it's been a long time.
Don't it look like he's sad? Like he was crying or about to cry? Or like, you know what I mean,
every
holding it in or
comedian
something?
that I've worked with, every comedian that I've put in a movie, I only put them in the movie because I thought they was funny. I thought they was perfect for the part. I tried to put them in a position to win. That's what it's all about, you know. I don't, you know, I look at from, you know, Chris Tucker and Bernie Mac and Mike Epps, Katt Williams, you know, Ricky Smiley, Michael Blackson, Cedric, Kevin Hart, you know, all these.
Jorge has always put the ones he loves
We
first.
just seen like
But when
3
it comes
ads
to
and we
caring for his
barely watched
teeth,
anything. It's crazy.
These guys I know are funny as hell, you know, I didn't discover them, you know, they were doing their stand-up or doing their thing, and I knew that they were great and that they could act, and that, you know, if I have an opportunity, I was gonna give them an opportunity, you know. To me, that's what it's all about. You know, as far as, you know, specific things, you know, Katt was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple things, you know.
Katt was 100 on most things. Katt was 100 on most
we bring
things.
in
Don't rewind that.
new, you know, comedian.
He ain't just said a few things.
When we bring in
How far back was that? I don't know.
what he was saying, you know, Katt was 100 on a few things.
Oh, he said a few
most
things.
of what he was saying.
Oh, he said both. All right, I heard the most part. I ain't heard a few. So, I love the word construction. Ice Cube is being very smart here. Katt was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying.
A couple things, you know.
And a couple. He used all of them.
You know, Katt was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying. A couple things, you know. I just want to clarify.
He's a master writer, you know what I mean? So, all right, the pauses matter. Katt was 100 on a few things, most things, couple things. I just want to clarify. I feel like those are all different statements.
Far as specific things,
Or specific things.
Katt was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple things,
I'm gonna let it
I
go.
just want to clarify. When we bring in a new, comedian, we do have them try out for different roles. So Ricky did give Money Mike a shot.
Again, I'm gonna say shout out to Young Stacy. I think he just uploaded this drum. But hey, bro, I'm new to this, so I mean no harm. Just I mean get it together. You feel me, bro?
But when we saw him, and we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better.
Yeah, my microphone's over here.
Santa Claus.
Hopefully, I still sound clear and whatnot. You know what I mean?
When we saw Mike, damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Katt, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And
Mike,
Katt, said he wrote his role, which, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie. Money Mike had a small role, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we start filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role and giving him more to do because he was on point. When we shoot these movies, for one, the scripts are fire, or they wouldn't even do it. The scripts are laugh out funny. But we shoot the script, but once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedians ad-lib, riff, play with the words, do their thing. We give them a take where they can, or 2, 3 takes where they can go off and do what they feel. Sometimes it makes the movie, sometimes it don't. When somebody gives you jewels, you want to try to make sure that makes the movie. So in the movie, there's second thing I want to clear up. I would never shoot a rape.
Congratulations, you found Perscolas. We train people for careers and
what? Nah, chill out.
Scene in a movie, especially like Friday, where you actually see this happening on camera. That ain't my style. If you check out any of
on camera, where you actually see this happen on camera. Words matter. On camera, where you actually see this happen. But then he added on camera, so off camera.
My movies, they not raunchy. We did a movie called Players Club where the subject matter was a little raunchy, but for the most part, even that, we left it to your imagination. So the only reason that kind of stuff was in the movie is because you have 3 villains in Friday After Next. You have Santa Claus stealing presents. You have Damon, just got out of prison, sweating. Craig and Day for the rent money. And then you have Money Mike, a pimp that treats his woman, like a property. So Craig is always fighting the villains in the movie, from the Joker brothers to Debo. And so, we already had Craig fighting Santa Claus, and the only real way to get rid of the other two villains was to have them go against each other. And the plier joke was always in the script. You know, it was never, we would never ever show that. You know, that's not my style if you look at any of my movies.
We never show that.
So, you know, that was never
Because Players Club didn't show
discussion, you know.
It happened though. Even in the script.
At that point in everybody's career,
imposed that it happened.
You know, we listen to a certain extent.
It left up to imagination.
Change the movie for any actor, you know.
We just didn't see it.
What we feel, and if it was a rape scene, it would have been in the movie. There was no reason not to shoot it. But that's not my style. I don't even like that kind of shit in movies, on camera. And so,
on camera. Why you keep doing that?
A little discrepancy there.
Wait.
You know, Katt style. I don't even like that kind of shit in movies, on camera. And so, you know,
I don't even like that type of stuff in movies. On camera. So you can like that type of stuff in movies off camera? So you're on camera right now making this video. So on camera, I don't like this type of stuff. Off camera, words. I mean, he looked like he crying, bro. Like he's being forced to say this or something. So you know it's a script, but it's like, I mean, you gotta dig in and weave through it.
That was
again. Shout out to Stacey, bro. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, bro. We reacting. You know what I'm saying? We look fair use, bro. Hey, listen, we doing it live. Y'all, listen, bro. Hey, listen. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole little breakdown. Yeah. I appreciate you though. Good content. You know what I mean? Keep it coming.
To me, a little discrepancy there. You know, Katt, he wrote a lot of his part because, you know, like I said, he was giving us jewels, so we were keeping the camera rolling. He was coming off the dome. He was coming prepared every day to steal the show. You know, that was his mission. And, you know, that's what he did, you know, with the movie. And it launched his career, you know. And I'm proud of the movie. I'm proud of all the guys who've, you know, come through, you know, a Q Vision production and went on to do bigger and better things. And look, you know, a lot of people are talking about pay and how much they was paid on these movies that were extremely low budget. You know, most of these guys work a couple of days, you know. And when you're doing a movie, there's over 100 people working on the movie that need to get paid. Most of them got to get paid every day. And there's pre-production and post-production. Even after you finish with the actors, you got to pay editors and sound people. And my movies are all about quality.
You do what God called you to do.
For sure,
you show up. You put.
So
for sure.
Most of the money go up.
Glad that's all we heard about that.
I'm not giving you no bullshit. I'm not giving you no low budget, you know, shit you can laugh at because it's so cheap. So, you know, we try to put all the money on the screen.
Words.
And so,
because he said the budget was low, right? He said it was low budget.
Got paid.
Then he said, "I'm not giving you low budget."
Just look at what you was doing. Look at where your career was at the time.
He just saying.
Take a look at where it is now, and Friday has something to do with that, I believe. And I put a lot of people in movies, but they ain't never put me in a movie. So,
damn,
you could take that for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? I've given a lot of.
I know, bro. That's crazy, right? You heard that? Like, his ear is so good. He heard that from down there. It just was delayed a little bit. Damn, bro. Like you felt this pain. Like I done put a lot of people in movies, but they ain't never put me in them. That's crazy.
These guys opportunities, and I still act, so I'm waiting for a call. I ain't got to produce everything or write everything. I got love for all the comedians that I've worked
pain in
with.
your voice, sir.
Got, you know, much love for Katt. You know, he spoke up for me a lot, and I just wanted to be clear and clarify some things.
Protect you at all costs, man. Hopefully ain't nothing crazy.
Shit, man. Hope y'all have a good 2024.
Whatever you gonna call Q to see you, but
all right, so y'all heard from Ice Cube, man. He said a whole lot. Now listen to Ricky Smiley address everything that Katt Williams had to say.
He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was...
Sir, no one... Why no... He was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he... What? So Ricky Smiley knows this, and I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles. He was so egregious, not now.
Lose a child. That's why people believe in rituals. Yo, there's so much undertone talk, but y'all gotta catch up. I'm talking to you. I mean, but hey, you will, because you here. You got it. You can do it. But yeah, listen. Pay attention. See. I mean, use your eyes. We can do it. Together, OurEyeSee. Get it.
Then he was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
That's crazy to put that in your contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor.
Thank y'all for this.
And it's like, on one end, this is where I left off at when Ricky came on. On one end, that's like, it's almost like you doing a job for him, but it's like I see it to a certain degree. It's like it's still you mean you made your own choice, but I mean I don't know. It like could be a way of how you got away with some stuff, because it's like, all right, you kind of helping us out. Because why would you put in your contract if you notice a thing that is being done? We gonna change. Because I'm they, but. Yeah, but yeah, why would you put that in your contract if you know that that is a thing that is being done to demise, of people? Let us continue.
Opportunity, Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Let's just get into this. The whole internet going crazy. Comments that Katt Williams made. Whatever. I can't speak on behalf of the other comedians, but the only thing I can speak for is myself. Katt made some comments on Shannon Sharp's show about when I was on Shannon Sharp was telling him the story of some of the behind the scenes from Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there, let's just go back. In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View, and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET, and that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, but of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for, was Money Mike. And I guess the producers, Cube and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K.
All right, I ain't watched the Shannon Sharp, Ricky Smiley interview, but the way Katt made it seem is like as though he specifically said he had the role already. So on some due diligence, instead of talking about, we'll just review at the end.
It was going to come off as kind of like
just
there's no way I'm be able to watch, figure out exactly where he said it through that interview. I'm probably like an hour.
Almost like a crackhead type of character.
I'll figure it out later.
Right. So Katt, I guess when Katt Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Cause ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're gonna be the Santa Claus. And here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and he executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're gonna.
Did they put him in a Santa Claus role? It was perfect. But in this sentence, what he about to say, never heard it before, but it sounded like he about to say that, he already had the Money Mike role and they changed it to the Santa Claus role, but it's like, Cube said that didn't happen, Katt said that didn't happen. And just knowing how the process works, it don't make sense why that would happen. If y'all all auditioning, you audition for Money Mike, so you would be put on the list of potential candidates or whatever. Maybe you were like high on the list to get the role or whatever, but then the other people who are auditioning, the one who actually comes through and is like, nah, that's it, no more auditioning, because he's the one. He is the one that gets the role. It's like you didn't have the role. You're on a queue list for the role. Then he got the role.
Gonna be the Santa Claus, and here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines,
figured out
went over
that
my
was
stuff with Cube, and the rest is history.
Now, it could be the whole cabal thing of just as like, all right, since Ricky is of these people who are auditioning, he is the most notable person. He would be the most. The better face for that role. If we don't find another super funny person, that could be the I got it slot. But they were still looking for that funny person. In the meantime, so that because they were gonna use you regardless. And it's like, okay, you're not getting that role, but you're gonna get this role.
Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie.
Yeah, I did that.
About that. As a matter of fact, my manager at the time, Gary Abdo, who is still one of my best friends, who also helped start my career, and he's the owner of the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta.
We did it together.
We got him on the phone. Just to clarify.
If you know. I'm telling you, every time they go, we going.
Gary Abdo, good morning.
You know.
Good morning. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm good, man. Just for clarification, you was my manager at the time. We went to LA together for the audition. Cube wanted to see us. What is your version?
Yeah, well, we're old, and that was 23 years ago. So, our memories are what our memories are. You went out, you auditioned, they wanted you to play Money Mike. That was the sides that they had sent. The sides are the portion of the script for the part they want you to play. Those were the sides they sent. That was the audition you did. They said, great, we want you to play this role. My recollection is you had to go back and read for the execs from the studio one final time. And the night before that, we got different sides, and they said, no, we want you to play this role. And we didn't understand it. You know, we really were under the impression, well, you had the role as Money Mike, but then all of a sudden they switched it up. Now we understand why. Katt came in, blew them away. He's an incredible performer. That was probably one of the most iconic breakout parts in movie history. I mean, that was literally Katt's first movie. You know, Friday was not Chris Tucker's first movie. Next Friday was not Mike Epps' first movie. For that to have been Katt Williams' first movie, and he exploded. I mean, that literally made him an iconic touring comedian, one of the biggest to do it in this generation. And, you know, the rest, as they say, was history. But, yeah, absolutely, without a doubt,
yes,
you were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role, and then that switched up overnight.
Are y'all saying because of the blow up that you're justifying why you're talking about this?
That role was iconic and not as funny as his. I like the pimp. I personally like the pimp better, but the Santa Claus role was just perfect for me. At the time, I was skinny and could run fast, so
and you could squeeze over that gate. So yeah, that was the.
I just wanted to clarify that, and then there was no contract ever that. In agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my Netflix special, David E. Talbert, about me playing Bernice Jenkins. That's something that David called me personally. David and Lynn are fans and have been fans of my work for a long time, and they was like, we want you to play Bernice Jenkins, and you know, and here you go. And that's what happened. And I went out there and shot that in one day, me and Red Grant. And that was a lot of fun. Right. And it had nothing to do with
he brought up Red Grant,
Katt Williams' contract or whatever. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect Katt. Definitely disappointed that you have to get on the air and explain something like this. But, you know, That's the truth, and I don't know what else to say. So there it is.
There's not much else to say. You know, it's indisputable that Katt played that role, killed it, built an entire career out of that one role that all of us look at and go, wow, that's absolutely amazing. But it's also indisputable you were auditioning for Money Mike. Sure. We were told you had the role. You just had to read one more time. And then that switched up.
And the crazy thing about it is we had a conversation when it came out. He said a lot of this 12 years ago, and we had a conversation because I was on 14th Street in Atlanta, right by the Four Seasons Hotel, and I was driving down the street with my granddad in the car, and I saw Katt Williams going across the street on 14th Street, and I said, Katt, what's up? Whatever. I just wanted to make sure we was good. He said, come over and have a cup of coffee with me, because he was walking over to Starbucks, and I went over. And he went in there and got the coffee. We was chopping it up or whatever. Just didn't even really talk about the issue or whatever. I said, hey, man, I want you to come out and say hello to my granddad. My granddad is a fan. He came out to the truck. I'll never forget, I was in my Ford F-150, and I came out and spoke to my granddad. He hugged my granddad and wished him well. My granddad was like, keep doing what you're doing, young man. My granddad was living at the time. And it was just me and my granddad in the truck. And we dapped it up, and that was it. I mean, that was it. And I thought that we were good. I didn't know that we had any issues. And if there are any issues, or if there's anything that I've done, not only to Katt Williams, to anybody, I apologize. And I'm not perfect. I made mistakes, but I did. I you know, that's just the honest to God truth. And I did audition for what I auditioned for, and I'm glad that the producers made that decision. And let me address. All of the
Stacy, bro, I give you props,
because
I get it though. Is why you keep doing that.
Comedy greats like
the stuff exactly Flip like
Wilson
this, like niggas can just jack your stuff.
Richard Pryor played some roles on his show. Jamie Foxx played Wanda. Martin
But
played
you ain't got no
Shanae.
face, no case.
I did. Bernice Jenkins,
Man, if
Tyler
I
Perry
wanted to, I could
did.
still get
a
in
lot
my
of comics and a lot of comic
bag,
greats that did
but I ain't gonna do that.
characters for the sake of funny, for entertainment, for the sake of the laugh. And it has nothing to do with nobody's comfortable in the role. Nobody wants to put on a damn dress or comfortable in it, you know. That has nothing to do.
See, if you pay attention, these ads, they specific.
With my manhood being less of the laugh, and it has nothing to do with nobody's comfortable in the role. Nobody wants to put on a damn dress or comfortable in it.
Why do it?
That has nothing to do with my manhood being lessened for
Yes, it does.
trying to play a role and trying to put food on the table for my family. Because I
get that part, but
it's nothing more than a prop. It's nothing more than a way to get a laugh. I mean, back in Shakespeare's time, there were no females playing females' role. Every female role was played by men. It's just part of it's part of an art form. It's part of what makes it funny. You bring the funny to it. I wish that I'm sure you remember. People don't know about this. The pilot that you shot for the Kings of Comedy TV show, Bernice Jenkins had a whole sketch with Medea.
Yeah, I did a sketch with Medea, me, Earthquake, Tyler Perry.
Oh, come on, bro. You're not helping yourself. You're not helping your case. You're not helping your case. I might not even allow you to talk, bro. I might talk over you the whole time, bro, just for the sake of, because don't bring up that guy, bro, because like, that's not going to help you at all, because I mean, honestly, be careful what you say right now, because honestly, you might be in the, what they say, this take might not age well, bro. Later on, you might not chill out, bro.
Hey, I think you
should do a character. I don't know why your man just did that to you, bro. Why he put you on the waters, guys?
So we were all in our 30s, late 20s, doing what we had to do in order to be successful. Now that we are older, I'm comfortable in my job in radio. I'm comfortable in the roles that I get and the things that I get to do. And I just finished a phenomenal.
I think you still act like a old lady in the morning.
So the statement about Ricky Smiley is not funny. I've been sold out since
every
97.
Day, that part. Man,
every single show I have done since 97. Maybe not big arenas, but I pack up those theaters and have to add shows and comedy clubs. And between radio and all of that and raising the family, I'm comfortable with. What makes me sad, I don't like the way that made my kids feel. And that's why I'm not going to, go after him, because he has kids and family members and nieces and nephews also, and it hurts our family members and people that do love us when we say hurtful things about each other. So we want to wish Katt Williams the best or whatever. It ain't nothing but love over here just because we don't agree. Arnez J and I had beef for about 20 years, and I end up sitting next to him on a plane. And when I saw him, I couldn't do nothing but grab him and hug him. And we text each other all day on Christmas Day. It feels like we trying to make up for lost time. Two talented people that actually love each other. And Special K, Katt Williams got some comedy dates coming up. He's going to be in Birmingham. Katt Williams is coming to Huntsville. I want y'all to go out and support him. I want y'all to pack those damn theaters and show nothing but unconditional love to him and to any comic that come into our space, Birmingham, Huntsville. That's like my area or whatever.
It's under the circumstances of radio and stuff, like in movies.
You got the dates?
I would barely even know who he is.
January 12th, Cedar Park, Texas.
There's
the 14th,
no
Estero,
self
Florida,
of Ricky Smiley that I know of. I know the character he played on the radio.
Mississippi.
He's been other people on shows, but mostly I think
make sure y'all go out and see Katt Williams and go out and support him.
Like I said, we gotta do our due diligence
because it's enough money out here for everybody.
Okay, so Ricky Smiley took the high road right there, man. I appreciate him. At the end of the day, end of the day,
I'm not gonna steal your commentary though, bro. So you got that. That's all yours. I mean, you keep that. Shout out to Stacy again for that video. You know what I mean? Just uploaded that drawing. Yeah, we doing it live. You know what I mean? We getting it up. Bang bang. So I mean, they could boost yours too. Yeah, I shouted you out a couple times, and you had your little tag drawing come up there. Yeah, we all good. At this point, I don't know. we shooting for the stars. Let's get it. Let's go.